Hey everybody, Howard here on a very cold, wet, rainy day in Southern California. It's been raining for hours, and Bodie's just bummed because he wants to go outside, right? Anyway, so today I'm covering FOGHAT's version of Chuck Berry's Maybelline. And if you haven't heard these guys do this one, it's just incredible. They're just shooting it from a cannon, if you know what I mean. And if you can plug in some live footage of them, they play it even faster. You know what I mean? They just go to town. Anyway, it's only got a few parts, and it's just a straight ahead rocker, right? So we open up with this lick. And that is played twice. We're in standard tuning in the key of C. And what I'm doing is sliding from the 10th to the 12th fret on the A string using my ring finger. And then first finger, 10th fret, D string. So you get this. And then we want to do a double stop barring the B string and the G string at the 8th fret. And the bending is really subtle. You can almost not bend at all, but try to give it like a little bit of maybe a quarter bend, a bluesy bend. I'll leave that up to you. Especially on that second strike, okay? Come back to the 10th fret on the D string. So we have. And I came back to the double stop twice again. The rhythm is slightly different, of course, but nonetheless, the same double stop. And then what you probably hear on the record is just them hitting the single note, the 10th fret on the D string, but they're a two guitar band. So to play it on one guitar, I'm doing that power chord. So that's what we have thus far. You play it twice. And then the third time is a variation on that. Like that, okay? You can see the tab on the screen, but let me play that nice and slow. And you can see that I went back to the first one, right? There's another double stop in there, which you can see the 10th fret on the A string and the D strings. I play it like that, but you can play it with one finger, of course. All right, and that is the intro. And then we are just full tilt boogie on a 1-4-5 classic progression, okay? So we're going to move from C to F, back to C, and then we're going to go to G, F, back to C. Okay, and that's a very, very fast rhythm, right? So you want to palm mute back here for sure, and the rhythm nice and slow is... And then you're going to do that on F, and then back to C, and then just just straight power chords for the 5 and the 4. Back to C, okay? So you're going to play C 8 times, F 4 times, C 4 times, and then the 5, 4, 1, okay? So let me play that whole thing for you, and then I'll slow it down. Okay, so nice and slow we have. Obviously, I think alternate strokes is best for that. So a couple of notes on that. You'll hear sometimes they'll go to the 5 chord, they'll go back. But the first time around, they definitely don't do that. They just sit on the boogie progression, and then they start the single note riff. And back in, okay? So that's a pretty easy riff, very bluesy and pentatonic, of course, and that's played slowly like this. And they play that like 12 times. I trust you can listen to the recording for the arrangement. And then they're just right back in, right? And so on and so forth, okay? So that's literally all the parts to the song, okay? But once in a while, like I say, you hear them go back to that G7 chord, okay? 10 on the A string, 9 on the D string, and 10 on the G string. So what you'll do is you'll come off of the 5, 4, 1, and you'll play it like this. Right? And they take some great solos, just classic. It's just jammy stuff, you know, so it's a lot of C, pentatonic, and blues-flavored stuff. Very Chuck Berry, if you will, but I would encourage you, as I would any of my students, to just do your own thing. If you know the scale, but a lot of it is just in the box, you know. Just all that kind of fun stuff, right? You can find a lot of that in my blues rock course, actually, okay? So anyway, there you go with Maybelline as Shot from a Cannon by FOGHAT. I hope you enjoyed it. It's pretty easy to play, but it is fast, and we'll see you guys in the next video.